Yeah, just a bit of clarification for me. Is something that baffles my common sense. If you can explain, please, to Advocate Nxumalo, I think Advocate Mshololo, I don't know, I can't remember with the other two colleagues. They put it to you that no two suspects ever entered your mother's house on that particular day. You heard that?
Kunento ke lana ke engihluphayo njena ke la emqondweni uadvocate Nxumalo advocate Mshololo angikhumbule ke abanye la ebebekutshela khona ke ukuthi abekho abantu ababili abangena kini.
Ngibazwile besho njalo kodwa engizocela ukuthi bakuprove lokho.
I heard them saying that, but what my request is for them to prove that.
Yeah, actually Advocate Nxumalo says amongst yourselves in that house, 7 of you. I even added the young boy, is it Christopher? Christian. 7 of you are the ones who killed Senzo. You heard that?
Uqhubekekile ke uadvocate Nxumalo ngize mina ngafaka ke na ke uChristian wathi nina ke no 7 lapha endlini ke omunye wenu ke yena wabulala uSenzo.
Cha futhi akunjalo. Akekho wabulala uSenzo lapha endlini sangenelo.
That's not the case, my lord. No one amongst us killed Senzo. They were intruders.
And futhi makuwukuthi bakholelwa yilokho bengingathanda ukuthi baze nayo iproof yokubonisa ukuthi akunamuntu owangena lapha endlini.
And if that is what they are saying, my lord, I would also then request them to bring proof that indeed there were no intruders there.
Futhi mawulandela, my lord, kwesinye isikhathi bathi khona abantu abangena bayavuma ukuthi khona abantu abangena, kwesinye isikhathi baphinde bangibuza imibuzo yokuthi bangitshela ukuthi abekho abantu abangena, so lapho kuyaxeka ngempela.
The other thing, my lord, is when you follow on the one side they say that there were no intruders, and then on the other side they ask me questions with regards to intruders. So my lord, there is just a contradiction there.
Yeah, okay, Advocate Mshololo actually says your version is a fabrication that there were any intruders. Remember that.
Advocate, my lord?
Mshololo.
Okay. Advocate Mshololo uthi ke into eyakhiwe lena ukuthi ke kunabantu abangena lapha yana.
Ebengifisa ukwazi ukuthi ngabe sisithole nini isikhathi sokwakha lelo tulo. Ngoba futhi kwathi makusuka yonke into lapho mina abanye basebephumile nami ngaphuma emaphethelweni ngiyakwamaphiri mangibuya ngaye esibhedlela mangibuya kunamaphoyisa endlini, so ngasiphi isikhathi la singafike khona sihlale phansi sithi nanti itulo siyalakha sizothi kanje emaphoyiseni. And by now I think amaphoyisa ahlakaniphe kakhulu ngabe sebeyitholile neloophole ukuthi besinamanga.
My lord, at which time, what I would like to know is to when and at which time did you then come together to come up with that conspiracy theory? Because the others had gone out. I was the last one to go out. We went to hospital. When I came back, there were police officers. So when did we sit down and come up with this conspiracy theory? Because even by now, my lord, the police are very smart. They would have been able to pick up the loophole.
Yeah, that's why I say it's baffling to me anyway. Because here are you, conspirators, as you say, planning to murder or kill Sizwe. You succeed in doing that, according to the assertion put, that the 7 of you must have or should have killed him. But then, what baffles me, Sizwe is taken...
Senzo, my lord.
Senzo is taken into the X6, as you call it, struggling. 2 of his friends, of the neighbor's friends, you say, they were struggling to lift him up into the back seat. Ultimately pull him into the back seat. And then Kelly comes and drives like a mad person, rushing to hospital with you and the other gentleman in the car. You frantically make it on time at the hospital because they declare Senzo deceased when he has already been in the ward. But what surprises me, why would you take all these efforts to save his life after having succeeded in killing him?
Kunjalo, my lord.
Then you take him to the hospital so that he must be saved. In other words, because What do you do if you take a person who's been shot to hospital? You want to save his life.
Yebo kunjalo my lord.
And when you get there, okay, unfortunately Senzo deceases. Then you all go back into the house where you killed him. All of you. How? Can you explain that to me? Whether it makes sense.
Nami yangixaka my lord ngoba hey kuningi asebekushilo nami okuvele nje kungiqeda amandla.
It also baffles me, my lord, because there's quite a lot that they've already said that just makes me to be powerless.
Yeah, because you also testify that you tried to staunch the wound on his chest.
Kunjalo my lord.
That is correct, my
Try
lord.
and stop or limit the bleeding. Because we all
Kunjalo, my
know
lord.
if you bleed from the chest, you bleed to death sometimes.
Kunjalo my lord.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay. All right, let's come to some other aspect then. And you are saying there is an assertion, I speak under correction, Ms. Mshololo. It was put to you that you won't dispute that Sizwe,
Senzo. Yebo my lord.
Senzo, sorry about that. Senzo was dispossessed of his firearm. Is that what you said? Ms. Mshololo, I mustn't misquote you. Was at some stage dispossessed of the firearm and shot by an intruder. We can't dispute that. Is that how you put it?
The other way around my lord.
Senzo, my lord.
You didn't put it that way.
No, I don't remember that. Referring to Senzo.
You're saying who disarmed? You can't dispute that somebody was disarmed. Who was disarmed?
The
The
suspect.
suspect.
That's the point. The suspects were disarmed. Are you with me?
As the court is.
That's it. So that version is mutually destructive of the very thing you had put earlier, that no suspects ever entered. But subsequently, there's a mutually assertive and destructive version which is put that one of the suspects, we can't dispute it, could have dispossessed the firearm and shot at Senzo. How do you explain that?
Kunalokho kubekushilo ngithi kuloko ekusho inkantolo ukuthi kuyaphazamisa ukuthi eqalekeni noma eqaleni kuthiwe abekho abantu abangena manje ke kamuva ke sekuthiwa ke awungeke ukuphikiseke ukuthi uma kuukuthi ukhona omunye owaphuca isibhamu kumsola noma kumsola lowo owayephethe isibhamu wabe esedubula yena ke umufi.
Nami kuyangixaka lokho ukuthi uadvocate Mshololo ubekuthatha phi lokho ngoba phela sangenelwa abantu endlini and mina ngangise bathroom ngenkathi esedutshulwa mangizwa leso sibhamu esishaye yena, so ukuthi mhlambe nami ngibalwa lapho angazi akacacisanga futhi.
It also baffles me, my lord, as to where Advocate Mshololo got that from, because there were intruders, and also, my lord, I was in the bathroom when that shot went off. As to whether I'm also counted amongst those, I don't know.
And if uyakholelwa yilokho ngicela ukuthi alethe iproof la icourt sibone sonke ukuthi nangempela khona wafika wathatha isibhamu kanjani wayesedubula uSenzo.
And if she really believes that, I would then request or ask that she brings that proof to the court so that we are all able to see as to indeed that someone was dispossessed and so a Senzo was shot.
Could you just play photo numbers 18 and 19? I think it's exhibit 18 and 19, Mr. Baloyi. Is that the ones? 18 and 19 at the door. Is it D, 18 and 19? Sorry, just take this.
No, 18 and 19 of Exhibit D.
Yeah, can you just give me these? On the screen there. Yeah, 18, 19. Yeah, that's the one there. Sorry, ma'am. That photo, what does it show?
This is Tombe Komsan,
Ukreka komnyango.
the cracking of the door.
So is it from outside or from inside?
Ngaphandle, ngaphakathi,
Ngaphakathi.
inside.
Do you know what caused that cracking, as you call it?
Uyayazi imbangela yaleya cracking.
Okokuqala le cracking yayingekho all along. Kodwa kwathi mase sibuye esibhedlela ila siyibone khona.
Firstly, my lord, that cracking wasn't there all along, but when we came back from hospital, then we saw it.
But that door is the kitchen door.
Umnyango wase-kitchen lona.
Yebo my lord.
That's correct, my lord.
Khona futhi njengoba sisekulesi sithombe my lord ebengifuna ukuchaza uadvocate Msholo ukhulume ngestatement sikaKhaya Ncatshe.
Okay, we'll come.
There's also another thing I would like to explain, my lord. Advocate Msholo referred to Khaya Ncatshe's statement.
Yeah, we'll come to that. Let's finish with photo number 19. And what do you see there in photo number
Ubonani
19?
laphaya?
Umnyango uhlahlekile futhi kuyabonakala ukuthi kusha.
The door, my lord, is damaged and it's quite obvious that it's new.
What caused that? Can you know?
Uyazi ukuthi kubangelwe yini lo ke?
Ucabanga kwami ibullet.
My thinking is that it's a bullet, my lord.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you're saying there's one thing you want to...
Ubuthini ke?
Khona isithombe I think 18.
18,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Where uadvocate Msholo ube khuluma ngestatement sikaKhaya la bengichaza khona ukuthi indlu yasekhaya kitchen ime kanjani amafastera futhi ame kanjani.
Yes.
Where I was explaining, my lord, when I was confronted with Khaya Ncatshe's statement, where I was then given an explanation as to how our door is as well as the windows.
Njengoba sibona ukuthi kune curtain elilenga lapha.
As we can see that there's a curtain that's hanging there.
Umuntu ongaphandle akulula ukuthi abone ukuthi kwenzakalani ngaphakathi.
It is not easy for someone who's outside to see as to what's happening inside.
Okwesibili futhi kuno stop nonsense esidivide kwamakhelwane nasekhaya.
And there is this wall, my lord, in the township being referred to as the stop nonsense that divides our house as well as the neighbors.
Mina
This is the one on page 5, page 6 and 5. Just show him there. Is that the one?
isona lesi
Indeed, my lord.
So Kaya's house or home is on the other side.
Ibukhaya laphaya.
yebo kuboka khaya futhi ngicela
That's correct,
sibuke
my lord.
nokuthi amafastela wakuboka khaya ame kanjani.
Let's also see how their windows are, my lord. That is Kaya's home's windows.
This this stop nonsense, as you call it. Okay, we can see that it's a demarcation wall.
Siyabona ukuthi ubonda olahlukanisayo.
Yebo kunjalo. So mina mangime ngaphandle angikwazi ukubona kuboka khaya ngokupheleleyo kumele ngize ngimemeze angikwazi ukubona.
When I'm standing outside in my home, my lord, I'm not able to see at Kaya's home in full. I have to shout or to scream out.
And vice versa with him. Can you actually stand on the other side? And if you have ever seen him do that, if you haven't, no problem.
Uma kuwukuthi awukazi umbone usho, uma kodwa yena ke angithi ushilo ukuthi wena noma awukwazi ukubona, yena ke uma engale kuba
Mayengale kubo kumele azaphumele ngaphandle.
when he is that side, my lord, he has to come out.
And then mina kumele ngibe semnyango wasekitchen phezulu njengoba bese ngichazile ukuthi kune platform ana ethile okwazi ukuthi sikwazi ukubonana kahle mina
And
naye.
then I have to be outside, my lord. As I've already mentioned, there's that step I referred to. So for me and him to be able to see each other.
Unless ke mhlambe njengoba futhi nibone ukuthi stop nonsense masilokhu sehla siba sincane siba sifishane.
Or unless, as you would know or see, that the stop nonsense would then at times go down, my lord, and become shorter.
Okay, any questions arising from the later version she has placed before court? Mr. Ram, Mr. Messi,
I've got none.
Umalo,
Thank you, my lord, I have none. Thank you.
No questions.
no questions. Okay, the other aspect I want to touch on, it's about Mapiri. We say he's a direct opposite neighbor.
Uthi ke uMaphiri yena ke direct opposite ne.
Opposite kuboka khaya kodwa mawubheke ngasekhaya kusezantsi nje kodwa direct.
It's direct opposite Kaya's home, my lord, but when you're at my house, it's just down.
How many houses down?
Ezansi izindlu engaphi? Ingaki?
This is your house, as it's shown there.
ehe
You go
Indle
down.
ingaki?
indle eyodwa nje
One house,
thina
one
khona
house.
sibhekane naye kwangathi babhekane noMaphiri so mawusuka kuleyo ndlu indle eyodwa nje leyo ndlu mawuyibala bese kwamama
It's just one house. From my home, you face that house, and then at the Ngaches, you face Mapiri's house, my lord.
And you say, after the shooting was over, as you say, the first house you went to is which one?
Uthi emuva kokuthi seqediweke noma iyiphi indlu yokuqala waya kuyona?
ngaya kwaMaphiri
Mapiri's house, my lord.
And you said, where was she standing? Was she inside the house?
Waye kuphi nendawo?
Oh, where was she standing?
wayephambi kwe-washing line ngoba ngiyakhumbula ukuthi yonke into esayikhuluma sasiku-washing line noma ememeza uNthabiseng kwakulula ukuthi amemeza ngoba uNthabiseng wayesestradini sasiphambi kwe-washing line
In front of the washing line, my lord, because and everything that we spoke about it right there. And even when she was calling out Ntabiseng, because Ntabiseng was on the street, it was very easy for her to call Ntabiseng.
Did she say anything about you?
Sorry, my
I
lord.
don't want to put words into your mouth. Mapiri, did she say anything about the incident to you? Anything you can think of?
Ukhona yini awakusho kuwena mayelana nesigameko uMaphiri awakusho kuwena mayelana nesigameko?
cha my lord
No, my lord.
You are the one who told her about the
Ehe.
incident.
Yes,
Imina
my lord.
ngifike ngamchazela yonke into waqala ke waphenika wakhala ngathi mina akafonela amaphoyisa noma iambulance waphenika wakhala wamemeza uNthabiseng
I'm the one who relayed everything to her, my lord, and then she started to panic, asking her to call the police and the ambulance. Then she started to panic, cried, and called Ntabiseng.
wayesethi uNthabiseng uyena okumele afone ngoba
then-
nayo yaphenika
And then she said Ntabiseng should be the one to call because she was also panicking.
But what also deludes me, the neighbors, didn't they see anybody running along the street, either up or down?
Okunye futhi nje okungihluphayo ukuthi omakhelwane akekho nje umuntu abambona egijima ngomgwaqo noma ehla noma ekhuphuka ngawo umgwaqo.
my lord engikholelwa ikhona ukuthi
You mustn't tell me what they told you.
cha engikholelwa ikona ukuthi bakhona omakhelwane babathathe amaphoyisa athathe i-statement zabo ukuthi zithini angikho sure
What I believe in, my lord, what I know is that there are neighbors from whom the police took statements. As to what is contained or what they said in those statements, I don't know.
Because it's amazing, in the location, the person just vanishes.
Ngoba ke mangazi ukuthi nje umuntu asuke nje aduke nje
Abondaba bagcwele kanje. No. Just that, not even one person who said, I saw somebody jumping a fence, ebukaya, or that type of thing. Nobody saw anything.
akekho umuntu owabona lutho nje.
ngikholelwa ukuthi bakhona ababonayo
Okay.
ngandlela thile
I believe that there's those who saw in a particular way,
kodwa
sorry,
i-statement zabo azikafundwa la
Oh, I
enkantolo
see.
but their statements haven't been read out here in court.
Okay. Thanks. Is that all, Mr. Baloyi?
That's all, my lord.
Is the witness excused?